So as I mentioned to a friend, it's only 1 hour in, but my 40s are already pretty wonderful, and they are, because I was a teen who was very, very angry and bitter in high school, and I could have grown up to be anybody, but I just grew up to be myself. That included a career with the police department, a career as a pizza delivery person, a life as a husband, and current moment as her father. This wonderful day that is upon us is VJ40, but it never needed to be, because it was going to happen either way. Here I am. What good does any kind of bickering back and forth or politicking or anything? All that ever is incompatibility. All that ever is lack of self-esteem, lack of self-worth, lack of self-respect. When we have it within us, we exude it and we receive it in kind. That is true no matter what we have within us. That explains a lot of the negativity. It's a weird way to say that, but that explains a lot of the negativity that so many of you deal with day in and day out as you go through the hustle and bustle of the proverbial rat race. 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, Main Street, USA. Springfield, anywhere, America. The Simpsons. No. Life goes on. We can sit here and we can point. We can sit here and we can mock. We can sit here and we can defame, chastise, lie to ourselves, and suggest that the guy that had "Be Me" tattooed on his arm years and years and years ago and would be working on his birthday as a police officer with the badge 801 on his chest, who had no choice but to give up his career, who had no choice but to lose the family the second try. There's what a lot of the local contingent never put two and two together. We all know the reason that my daughter doesn't have a mother. Well, yang, yin, yin, yang. I am the father. Deal with it. Life is good. Deal with it. You are the instruction manual. Deal with it. Stay positive anyway. Deal with it. I am James Davenport. I'm not in my 30s anymore. I'm not Amy's husband anymore. I'm not Springfield's police officer anymore. I'm not Heather's husband anymore. I am Lil's father. And I am a retired Springfield, Ohio Police Division officer with the badge number 801, and that badge will remain upside down in my bedroom for the rest of my life, because the way that all had to happen really didn't have to happen. But it did. But I didn't need to actually fight my way through a genuine PTSD, depression, relapse, and battle for more than a year, to know what mediocrity, poverty, depression, hoarding, anger, dishonesty, whatever, all of those things, anything negative. I already knew what negative was growing up. I already knew what negative was with my wife getting sick and getting cancer and getting all sorts of other things and dying. I knew what negative was from thousands of calls handled as a police officer in the city that I grew up in. Whether it was foreclosure of 407 Bellevue Avenue because my mom didn't have the confidence in herself to actually go forth herself. In the last 10 years of my life, the decade that was my 30s, really tested my mettle, and it really challenged James Davenport. But alas, hashtag VJ40 sounds a whole hell of a lot like holy shit, he is serious. Holy shit. The dude that we worked with, the dude that sat in the cruiser with us, the dude that met that wonderful little girl on Burt Street, I believe it was. The dude that lost Heather in 2018. The dude that married Amy. The dude that performed the ceremony for her daughter and her daughter's husband. The dude that was just at the Columbus Zoo last night with my daughter. It's J-Day. And that's got nothing to do with me. That's got everything to do with us, America. It's got everything to do with us, Springfield. Us, Ohio. Us, humanity. Doesn't matter. Pick a label. If you have a heart beating in your chest, if you are capable of hearing this message, you qualify just as much as I do. You're alive. And you have every right to be. As does my daughter. As do I. As does my estranged wife. My deceased wife can't because she's dead. Deputy Yates, he was killed, Harmony Estates. A young man killed in this bus crash at the start of this school year. Right out here near the home. I'm looking at this Christmas tree and I'm seeing all these different ornaments. And I'm looking at this living room that was created by the people that it was created by. And it getting updated and made current in line with, dare I say, VJ40 standards. Soon enough, I will have the remainder of the stuff that does not belong to my daughter or I in a shed that Mr. and Ms. Bobbitt have purchased, and they will facilitate a truck removing that shed from my property. I will once again simply be the profound simplicity that I referenced on the Facebook page for the Dose of Vitamin J show is now laid bare, is now truly exposed for us all to understand. Because while I was exposed, so was everybody else. Let's look at us, America. This is us. PTSD. Retired officer, widower. But because Springfield, Ohio, we handle that in some sort of daytime Maury talk show kind of way? I don't think so. Dr. Valenky and I have talked about people scaling the Capitol. We've talked about people who can tell you this or that amendment, but can't tell you anything when it comes to their restriction or their responsibility. When we live in that gutter, in that squalor, in that hellhole, where if my guy does it, it's okay. If your guy does it, it's the end of the world. You get the hellhole, the shit show, the circus that is America, December 2023, because it has been America the entire time. Make America smart for once. Or don't. Because now that I made it to VJ40, that I made it to accepting that, yeah, I actually do deserve to be alive and to be retired and to be happy again, and for the rest of my life in retirement. Because that's what retirement is. I stopped counting birthdays at 21. America, look at yourself. We need to have a chat. Just to borrow from Randy Orton in WWE. Daddy's back.